It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and we'll see Asante Samuel Jr., who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Raiders and the Chargers on EA Sports.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, Wondrous. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Nelson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Returnable for Watson. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
That's right.
Now Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nelson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nelson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chargers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They try the middle with Hyde. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check smash. Check smash. Ready.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's go.
And back to the ground. Hyde. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. This defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raiders now set to get to football. Like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Nelson. And this one, too. In the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable.
He didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Nelson to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Nelson. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Hall want to give up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Yellow, one. Switch, yellow. Switch, red. Black, white. Check, white. Blue, check. Check, pink.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
They run it again with Hyde. Dancing away at the 35. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On third down, here's Hall. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Watson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of what they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 18 Pioneer. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set to throw is Nelson on 1st and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Watch out now.
10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Nelson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken at the 23. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that
one. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. 2nd and 15. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Ooh, the juke. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Okay, ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 45 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. For an offensive throwing short and running long.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it. A little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
L.A. readies for its next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 3rd. That's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Hyde. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Here is 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He finds his man complete. It's Williamson. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes this into the hands of Miller. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here we go.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you drop.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive with Hyde. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get the
They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That one good for 37 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Nelson now on first down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up the middle, Hyde.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Come on.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
19 tight. 65 catch. 65 catch. Ready?
Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Nelson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Nelson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Here we go. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Nelson on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Warriors 70. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Airing it deep for Fowler. And this is taken in at the 5.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things in.